Alright, ladies and gentlemen, at the request of a friend of mine, I am going to make a review of this Battletech mat, that a friend of mine got picked up for me from Adepticon this year. These things were, I think they were 30 bucks. This is the Grassland's Alpine mat. I keep saying map, because they used to be maps, and now it's a mat. So, here we go. A buddy of mine and I have already played on one side of this, and I believe that would be, this. This is the Alpine side of things. If you're thinking right now that this looks pretty busy, it is. Especially when you run some conventional vehicles on it, and they're only level 1, where a battle mech is level 2, and they don't have jump jets and stuff, so it makes it really, really hard to traverse this map. So, but it being Alpine, it kind of makes some sense. I brought tanks to a mountain battle. That was not a good idea for me. But you'll see on here that this goes from level 0 to level 1 to level 2 to level 3. So there are a couple ridge lines in here. This goes up to level 2, peaks up at level 3. This one is level 1, 2, 2, 3 over here. And then goes back down over here. And then this one also peaks. This is a ridge for level 3. And then the rest of it's level 2 and level 1. And then similar things happen on this side of the mat. I keep doing that. This is approximately, I'm going to say, the size of 2 square maps. I'm going to flip it over so we can look at the Grassland side. If you're thinking that this looks very similar to the mats that we got at Gen Con, then I'm going to agree with you, because this looks very similar to the maps that came with the, what's the word? The new Battletech boxes. I think this one came in the big box, or was supposed to. The manufacturer kind of screwed up a little bit, and the mats that were originally in the boxes were way too shiny, so they gave us other maps. And this looks pretty similar to one of those. It's a little bit busier, but this is the hills that you see on here look a lot more like they're actually defined better, in my opinion, on this side than they are on the other side. And it could just be that I look at this at a little bit of an angle, and it looks like, well, this is level 1, this is level 2, and that's level 3. And that is exactly what you see on here. So I think this side looks fantastic. Like right now, this looks lower than this one is, and that's because it is. And this side is level with this side. They're both level 2s, where this one's level 1. So, in my opinion, this Grassland side is amazing. I can look at this 2D drawing of landscape and go, well, that's level 1, that's level 2, that's level 2, that's level 3 over there. I'm going to look over here a little closer, and yeah, that's level 3. This is all level 2, and this is all level 1. Actually, this is level 2, and this is level 3, so I missed that a little bit, but there is shading in here. Let me get my fat head out of the light. There's nothing on this mat to create this shade. It's just artistically done very well to make this look like it's higher than this is, because it's supposed to. So whoever did the artwork on this, fantastic job. The other one, I don't know if it's just, you know what, let me just flip this thing back over and take a look at it. Maybe if I flip it to where like I'm looking on the side of the hex where the numbers are right side up, it looks a little bit better, but it's still murky. I think part of that is the contrast between the green and the white, and there is shading on this map, but it's harder to distinguish. because there are some darker spots of the Alpine side. So I'm going to go back to the side that I like more, which is this side. But on both sides you have labels for terrain types. You've got rough, we have heavy woods or light woods. They now say it per hex, unlike what they used to do before Catalyst got a hold of them, and it would just be one of these things had level 1, and there would be like lines indicating that, oh, these hexes are all involved in this level 1 area, and if you find an area inside of that, then you'll have another level change thing noted. Where this is very easy, and it's if it's a level 1 hex, it's labeled as a level 1 hex. If it's a light woods hex, it's labeled as a light woods hex. If it's a heavy wood hex, same thing. So I like that they have labeled each and every one of these. And if you don't see a label in a hex, that means that there's nothing going on there. It's just flat ground. I kind of wish there was some kind of a water feature on here, but I'm gonna guess that there probably is on some of the other ones, because there were grasslands and desert. There's grasslands and alpine, which is the one that I have, grasslands in savanna, and grasslands in lunar. So of them, maybe there's something on the savanna, but I'm gonna guarantee you that there's nothing on the desert or the lunar for water, because yeah, I'm just gonna leave that alone because it's fairly obvious. But yeah, the savanna is there's probably no water on that one either, but yeah, the texture of this feels really, really good. It is a decently thick mat, but you can see that there's a little bit of give to this. Let me find some dice and roll them on here, just so you guys can see how they bounce around. Here we go. Found some of my old Warhammer dice because the rest of my dice are AWOL at the moment. So and inevitably I lost one of the tiny dice on the giant table, so let me go grab that. But yeah, they bounce pretty well. They don't sound like they're not ridiculous. This is something that if a model were to fall over, it's not going to contact the hard table, at least not first. But these are rounded edge dice. They go a little bit of a distance, but oh, almost lost one. But yeah, works pretty well. Get a little bit of a soft thud when you're rolling dice. I'm sure if a model fell over, it would make a little bit different sound. Mostly the shrieking of whoever owns the model. But yeah. So I think this was well worth it. I wanted my buddy to get a hold of 2 of these things at Adepticon, but by the time he went back, they didn't have any more. But thank you, Josh, for picking this up for me. And Catalyst, thanks for making decent stuff. I appreciate it. It's been a long time since we've had any love for Battletech. I mean, I've always loved Battletech, but like people who make stuff also loving Battletech it's nice. Glad you guys are bringing this stuff back. All right, well, that's all I have, folks.